So first of all, I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. We didn't have a show. I was not available due to some circumstances, so I apologize for missing the show. I hope you guys missed me. I know I missed you. Promised myself I wasn't gonna cry. So, as I mentioned in the last dog pound video I did, this show is 6 months old. We've been doing this for half a year, and since it's been a while, I decided to kind of change up the format a little bit just to keep things fresh and interesting. So from now on, I will still be featuring your comments, but I'm also going to talk about the news and tell you guys what's been going on Phone Dog, basically give you guys a recap of what's happened in the past week. Because, well, let's face it, my jokes aren't really that good anyway. So to begin with, let's start with the comments. So first of all, this week's wallpaper is brought to you by Wildfire 1984-1. This person recommended a Picard wallpaper, and so I'm using a Picard picture. It's not really a wallpaper because I couldn't really find any good ones, but there it is, Picard, the greatest captain ever. He could take Captain Kirk down, okay? I don't want to hear any of this, Captain Kirk was better than Picard, whatever, okay? Picard was the best captain of the Enterprise. Bottom line, boom, let's move on. The first comment today comes from username FaceShellBasha, whatever the heck that means. This person said, every time I watch a video by this pretty girl, I'm confused because she's supposed to do girl things like play with Barbies, not guy stuff and explain electronics. Play with Barbies? What am I, 8? The next comment is from username We Need to Do Something. They said, how this woman is still making videos is beyond me. She has a personality of a dry wall. I would be a little more careful about handing out insults if I believed that walls had a personality. Yeah, people think I'm crazy. Sup, G? Next up is a comment from One Blazin' Carrot for You. They said, hey, the only reason I watch this show is because it doesn't mention Justin Bieber. Oh, we can fix that problem. Baby, 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 oh, baby, baby, baby. Now the sad thing is that you don't even know if I was lip singing or not. You're like, was that a girl singing or was that really Justin Bieber? And I don't care what anyone says, Justin Bieber and Adele sound exactly alike, okay? Listen to both of them and then tell me they don't sound alike. Yeah. Lastly, as a comment from SuperCow909, this person was talking about a shirt that I wore in one of the shows, and they said, nice squares. Nice, your face. Yeah, exactly. So let's move on to the news. Now obviously the biggest news this week is going to come from Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. We have tons of coverage on that with hands-on videos and stuff. You can check out all of that coverage by using the tag MWC2012 to see all of the videos and articles. But since that's happening this week, I'm probably going to cover most of that in next week's recap video since it's not officially over yet. So let's move on to some more news from last week and we'll do a recap of that. So for all you Apple fans out there, we just got an invite to what is probably the iPad 3 event. This is going to be taking place on March 7th, which coincides with a lot of rumors that we've heard. Now in the invite, or in the picture, you can see an iPad with what looks like a pretty impressive display, and I don't know if it's just me, but shouldn't there be a home button right there? I don't know. Thoughts on that? According to new rumors, the iPad 3 will have a quad-core processor and 4G LTE connectivity. Now this coincides with other rumors that we've heard, but it clashes with some rumors that we've heard saying that it would have a dual-core processor. We'll just have to wait until next week to find out. So for all you non-Apple fans, here's some exciting news about the Samsung Galaxy S3. According to new reports, it will have a 4.8-inch 1080p display with a 16:9 aspect ratio, a backside made out of ceramic, an 8-megapixel camera, a 1.5 GHz quad-core Exynos processor, 4G LTE connectivity, and of course, ice cream sandwich. Boom! Yes, got all of it! Ha! How do you like me now? Count it! Took me like a million takes to get that. Speaking of ice cream sandwich, a lot of people have been wondering how Motorola is going to screw it up, customize it with their own user interface, and we recently got some leaked pictures of the Motorola Droid Razr running ice cream sandwich, and this gives us a good look at what Motorola's UI will look like on top of Android 4.0. You can check out those pictures on phonedog.com. It looks nice, kind of more like stock Android than any other UI I've seen, but you can take a look at the pictures and see for yourself. If you're a T-Mobile customer, you'll be excited about this news. LG just announced the Optimus 4X HD with a quad-core Tegra 3 processor, a 4.7-inch True HD display, and Android 4.0, and it's coming to T-Mobile. Yay! T-Mobile also announced its plans to roll out its LTE network using the AWS spectrum it received from the breakup fee from the failed AT&T deal. It plans to refarm some of its 1900 MHz spectrum, which is currently being used for 2G GSM, and instead use that to roll out its HSPA Plus 4G coverage on that band. This means that those of you who are using an unlocked iPhone or any other smartphone on T-Mobile's network will now be able to get 3G speeds before you could only get edge speeds because T-Mobile was using its 1700 MHz spectrum for 3G data, which was not universally compatible with other GSM phones. Also, could T-Mobile be getting the iPhone? Check out that article to find out. Cliffhanger! If you are neither an Apple nor Android fan, then you may be excited about Playbook OS 2.0 being released for, well, the BlackBerry Playbook. This update brings new features like native email support, calendar and contact apps, support for Android applications, and more. The update is available now for download. And last but not least, check out Aaron's updates on his 30-day Galaxy Note challenge, and check out my updates for my 30-day BlackBerry Torch challenge. It's been fun. So that's the show. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this new format. And if you don't, well, you can deal with it. No, just kidding. But no, seriously, I make the rules around here. Thanks guys for watching. If you have a suggestion for a wallpaper, leave it as a comment below and I may use it in next week's show. Keep on leaving your funny, random, and weird comments and I'll continue to feature them. I'm Sydney from PhoneDoc.com. I'll see you guys later. Bye.